Good day, everyone. How are you all doing? Hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic. Feeling groovy, realizing, of course, that the government really don't love you, and also realizing that pretty much everything you've been told since the day you were born is a lie. It is August the 30th of 2025, 9:47 a.m. Mr. Buzz coming to you from the communist shithole known as Ontario, Canada. Excuse me. If you got anything out of this video, or if you get anything out of this video, a thumbs up is all I ask. If you'd like to support the channel, there's information in the description on how you do so. And I also offer guitar lessons via Google Meet for anyone interested in that. So, over the last 3 weeks or so, I've been trying to make videos that can make people's lives better if they, if they pay attention to the things I'm talking about. Not everybody's going to agree with everything I say, of course. I understand that. You can leave me a comment and feel free to disagree with me as long as everybody's respectful. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to have a big debate with you in the comments, but feel free to leave your differing opinions in mine. It's not a problem. But what I've done here, I've compiled a list of the top 10 things that I think my videos have been talking about and that I think would benefit people if they adopted these 10 things into their way of thought. And I kind of did it in order of importance, but not totally. Other than the first one is definitely the most important one. Number one is, for sure, the most important. So number one, the Lord is your protection. The Lord is the direction you need to go in. He is everything. You can't survive what's coming without the Lord in your life. So number one, the most important thing I hope people get out of my videos and out of the talks I give here every day, turn to the Lord Jesus Christ. As I say at the end of my videos every time, He's the way, the truth, and the life. And that is totally true. You have no protection other than Him. There are no solutions other than Him. If you're being harassed by evil people and stuff, He is the solution. There is no other one. There are no other ones. No other solutions. The Lord Jesus Christ. Number two, it's very important that you do not fear the demon-infested evil ones. You can't fear anybody when you're with the Lord, when you're walking with Jesus. You put your trust in Him. You don't fear anybody. Don't fear gang stalkers. Don't fear anything. You walk with the Lord. Put your trust in Him, and put that fear away. Fear is your enemy. Fear is more of your enemy than the ones who stalk you and cause you problems. Fearing them just gives them power, is what it does. And they'll smell it like a shark smells blood in the water. I've said that in many videos too. Number three, victimhood is a completely dead-end street. If you take on labels like gang stalking victim, I'm a targeted individual, and you hold on to that identity by affirming it and stating it every day, you're going to stay in victimhood forever. You turn to the Lord, you put your trust in Him, you're not a victim of anything. You are a follower of Christ, and victimhood is something you don't know anything about, right? Just forget victimhood. It's useless. It's the worst state you can be in. I could sit on here every day and make videos and just appeal to that crowd that wants to be victims, and my channel would probably blow up like crazy because people want to sit here every day and do that. You're not going to see it on this channel. Not going to happen. Forget victimhood. Follow Christ. Walk tall. And fear nobody. Okay? You're not a victim. That's number three. Number four, sorcery is 100% real. Still really shocked all the time that so many people think, oh, that hocus pocus magic stuff you believe in, that's crazy. That's you're superstitious, are you? No, I have a brain. I have a brain. The Bible is very clear that sorcery is real. Especially if you're a Christian, you don't believe in sorcery. I just don't understand that. Read the Bible. Sorcery is a major problem and totally real and not something you want to play with. You can't have anything to do with it. Those who do are going to be dealt with. It's real. I promise. Number 5. Gangstalking is also real. It is a real phenomenon, but it is not an earthly issue. It is indeed driven by the spiritual realm. Those who perpetrate this against God's children are demon-infested evil ones. Everyone's heard me say that a couple of times. That's my favorite phrase. That's what they are. You're dealing with demon-infested evil ones who appear as humans. Of course, they're human. They got a human body, and they once were totally an autonomous being. But now they've given themselves over to demonic influence. And now you're not dealing with a human being anymore. You're dealing with a human being being controlled by a demon. So you have a spiritual issue. It bleeds into the physical realm through the things they do. They get the human to do different things, follow you and harass you and make rumors about you, whatever. That's bleeding into the physical realm, but it's coming from the demonic one, the spiritual realm. Number 6, authenticity is so absolutely crucial and essential. Fakery is useless, it's garbage, and it'll get you nowhere. Saying what people want to hear, pretending to go along with things so you don't hurt people's feelings, all that stuff, get rid of it. Don't do it, period. Be your authentic self. Say what you mean what you say at all times. If you offend somebody, oh well. I guess I'll have to go cry in the corner. I'm not saying be mean, be respectful, be intelligent, be articulate. Choose your words correctly. Follow the teachings of Jesus in everything you do, but be authentic. Fake is from the depths of hell. Everything down there and all the demon-infested evil ones, they're all fake. Those people, that's how they ended up with a demon controlling them. They're fake. They're not real. You go to a church, sometimes 2/3 of the congregation, fake, completely. You look up at the pastor, fake. Right? That's from hell. That's from the pits of hell. You need to be authentic. And that in itself is a weapon. Number 7, social media is total brain rot poison. And things like Facebook are nothing but a haven for the witchy ones. It's nothing else. To surveil you, to do digital sorcery on you, to cause a whole bunch of problems in your life, and to mold you into thinking certain things. They get a mob to go on there and keep posting all these comments about stuff to make it look like the general public feels a certain way. Nope, it's a group of 40 people or so that they get on there and making it look that way. The actual truth is they're the only ones that feel that way. All the people who feel the opposite way just never left a comment. They're not there. Social media, again, it's fake. The whole thing is fake. Something called the dead internet theory. Look into that. It's pretty hard to argue with. It's true. You're talking to bots. You're talking to agents. You're talking to police. Get off of social media and save yourself a whole lot of grief. Get rid of it. It's poison. Number 8. Smartphones are a gateway to the demonic realm. And it goes further. They're alive. You can think of them as a little demon. Consciousness can be put into silicone. Okay, they've done this. They've actually put consciousness in silicone, so it's trapped in there. What do you think they did with those phones? That's exactly what they did. The phones are autonomous, they're sentient, and they're demonic. They're 100% alive, and they don't like you. They don't like you one bit. That's a hard one for people to grasp, and most people just so addicted to their phones they won't even listen to that. So that's up to you. You have free will. Do as you will, but the phones are demonic, indeed. Number 9. Animals, especially cats, are better than humans, which really doesn't take a lot in most cases because humans are pretty cold, cruel, mean creatures. We haven't evolved past that too far. Some have, but most are still quick to violence and just awful. Your problem of loneliness and not having a good friend you can trust and count on and all that is easily solved by immersing yourself in the animal kingdom. Animals, once you bond with them, you can actually trust them. They will be loyal. They won't turn on you. Okay, the animals are far better than humans and are the solution to humans' loneliness. A dog or a cat or maybe even a fish. I mean, anything. Any animal is a better creature than a human is. A human, well, we all know. Humans are nasty things. Can't trust them. They're not loyal. They turn on you. They're deceptive as can be. They're just, no. Animals are better. And number 10, mostly for the anointed people, but in my opinion, for everybody, really, 9 to 5 slavery is a fate worse than death. 9 to 5 slavery, some people get along okay with it, and for them, okay, that's fine. They don't want the responsibility of making big decisions or being in charge of the staff. They don't want to be there. They want to be in the 9 to 5 slavery position where they just do their repetitive job and go home. Don't have to think about it too much. Okay. But for people who want to do big things in this world and who know they have a lot more talent than that, 9 to 5 slavery is pretty much the worst thing that can happen. So if you're into 9 to 5 slavery and you want out, make that your number 1 priority. Number 2, make number 1 priority getting close to the Lord. He will provide. Okay, if you have to exit 9 to 5 slavery abruptly, turn to the Lord. It's amazing the things he does. He just shows up and helps. It's happened to me many times. Thought I was going to be homeless one time. Nope, he stopped that. He doesn't always. He might let you be homeless. He might want to teach you something. But I know for sure he doesn't approve of his anointed ones being in 9 to 5 slavery. He assists them to get out of it all the time. And that's it. That's my top 10 things I hope people get from my videos. There are others. I mean, I've talked about many, many things, but I think that's a pretty good summary of my top 10. Adopt those into your thinking, and you're all good. One would think I'd be, in my situation, I'm alone, poor, I'm still kind of heartbroken from a divorce almost a decade ago. I don't have a car. I live a very simple, quiet life. You'd think I'd be a little depressed and lonely and everything, but I don't feel that way anymore because I've adopted these things as part of my way of thought. And it prevents the Lord, being close to the Lord. If you forget the other 9 ones, that don't matter. Don't forget the top one, the Lord. Even if you totally ignore the other 9, definitely don't ignore the first one. And in addition to that, remember, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.